Hi, hi, hi. Welcome to today's Daily Divine. My name's Lisa Lyle, and that is Rex. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just going to turn the light on here. What do y'all think of my new shirt? The Child of Light. Um, Anyways, welcome to today's Daily Divine. Happy full moon. Well, it was really full yesterday, but we are still very much in the flow and effects of this super blue moon in Aquarius. I hope you have been being good to you. Um, it's an exciting time to be alive, folks. It may not feel like it is. It is, though. So let's just get this sunshine greetings, Miss Dawn. How are you, my friend? I have some very exciting, very good news to share with all of you this morning. I just want to, and we're going to make this short and sweet today because I might have a lease to go and sign. Yes, indeed. All right. I'd like to ask at this time that I'm a clear and pure channel to bring through messages from Source Divine, loving and kind. Okay, so it is August oh, yeah. Well, I hope that headache goes away very quickly. It is August the 20th. Can you believe it? Where has the calendar year 2024 gone? And yet we're only in the halfway point of the true year, right? So we're in the summer season and we are, yes. Okay, so yes, let me share the good news. So as many of you will know, I have been not really frantically, but I've been actively looking for a new place for my son and I and our little animal farm to move to. And it's been a very difficult and challenging search. Last week, time is flying. Last week, I went and looked at a place. The address of the place is 888, and the unit number is 121. So I think Frank has really been having some fun with me this season of our rebirth, this month of our birth. And anyways, I got the call yesterday afternoon that just as I got to work, that the place is ours. So right after this live, I'm going over there to sign the lease and give my deposit. And yes, what a relief. And how auspicious are those numbers? 888 unit 121. I'm so excited and incredibly grateful because it's the perfect space for us, for the animals. We have a little outdoor space and a shed so I can keep my beautiful garden boxes that Frank had made for us the summer before he passed. You know, it's perfect. And this is why I really encourage you. Remember yesterday, the message was coming through, not to let doubt cloud our vision, not to let doubt sidetrack us, not to be swayed from the path of our heart. And this is really just confirmation and really encouragement to stay the course that your heart has chosen. So today just feels perfect. Today just feels like it's going to be a really quick little check-in. Perhaps maybe tonight, if there's enough interest, maybe tonight I'll do a live and I can pull some cards and we can just have a evening chat as the moon is hanging bright in the sky. If that is something that you would like to see here, an evening time live, please do let me know. If that would be something that would be interesting to you. And, you know, if you have any questions, you could bring them at that time and it would just be a little hangout. Yeah, I think it would be lovely too. So maybe this evening, Yeah, maybe this evening or tomorrow evening. We'll see. So, as we come into the energy of today, I was just really guided to connect with the Soulful Woman Oracle. And just to pull a few cards, I keep looking up here. Is there something else they want me to? Yeah, one of these. So, the first card out for us is embracing change, right? And it is there two cards? There are two cards here. So we'll see what's behind that first. We're going to look at this. Embracing change, 43, it's a 7. With every loss, I understand that something new is about to be birthed beyond what I can imagine. Oh, and look what's right behind it. Following my truth. So, we were talking about that yesterday about how, sometimes we hold on to things longer, hold on to relationships, people, jobs, clothing, all this kind of stuff longer than its useful purpose. And, we do this because we don't like change, right? We resist it. And yet we can see all around us, particularly through nature and stuff, everything's always changing, right? Nothing stays the same. And so we're really being encouraged at this time to understand that if we're being asked to let go of something, it's to support our soul's growth. It's to support more of the good stuff, more of the abundance to come into our experience. And yet, if we're holding on to things, they're just saying, look at the bottom. If we're holding on to things that, are outdated, no longer useful, we're not really allowing the space for what wants to come into our experience to come in. So you are the seed of change. And so just going with the flow today, listening to that body as you follow your truth. We've got two 12s on the table here. The following the truth, 4 + 8 is 12. And then again, the Princess Charming, the 3 + 9 is 12. 12 is the number, my number, for the channel, letting us know we are the channel of light. 12 in the tarot is also the Hanged Man. So, the story goes that Odin put himself in the tree of life and hung himself upside down to, to have an awakening, if you will. And so it feels like through our connectedness to nature, getting grounded, finding our stability, our feet kissing the earth, we're able, the truth is able to come to the surface. Yeah. Truth is able to come to the surface when we're clear. When we're cluttered, we can't really hear. And we have Owl here. And as many of you will know, in the last day or two, I did mention here that Owl was the guide who took me deep dive into the shadow about a dozen years ago. And it was terrifying when it initially was happening. And then it was so incredibly healing to go through that process. So I do feel for some of you, perhaps you're seeing owls, perhaps you're dreaming of owls, really allow yourself to be guided, because Owl wants to guide you to the wisdom that already resides within your experience. And wisdom, what is wisdom? Wisdom is pain healed. So this is a time of deep healing. This is about trusting the purity of your heart, knowing that as you trust your intuition, as you trust your heart, as you follow the guidance you're receiving, you, in fact, are your own Princess Charming. And it's not to say, of course, every woman, every girl dreams about Prince Charming. And yet, until we can be that stability for ourselves, until we can show up for ourselves, we're never going to attract to us. Hi, Milos. Welcome back, sister. We love you. I'm so happy you're here. Serbia's in the house. Yeah, until we can show up for ourselves, no one external is really going to be able to show up for us. Because if we're not showing people, whoop, whoop, I love that. If we're not showing people how we deserve to be treated, people are only going to treat us the way we treat ourselves, right? And so it's really about showing up for ourselves, and then the divine counterpart will be magnetized to our experience. It says here, I take the horse by the reins and become my own Princess Charming, taking care of my own needs. Right. And, as much as we take care of our own needs, isn't it lovely to know that there are people who care about us? I mean, this little community that we're growing here, this is family. And it doesn't matter where we are, whether we're in North America, Serbia, Sweden, Australia, the UK, we are family. And there's a reason that we have all come together at this time. And we've come together to support one another to shine and thrive. This is what we're here for. And we are getting there. I love it. And so then how do we get there? We get there through the power of enlightenment. Here again, we have that judgment energy, right? It's about, yeah. And you may have missed it, but my son and I, we have a new home. We have found a home. I'm right after this live. I'm going to sign the lease. Our address is going to be 888 blank street. I'm not going to say it here. It's going to be 888, and our unit number is 121. You think, and it was just 1111 there. I think Frank is having a lot of fun with me this month of our birth. And I am so, so grateful. And where does our power come from? Our power comes from truly our ability to sit with ourselves, our ability to be present in the moment, to show up for ourselves day after day after day when it may feel like we're walking this path alone. We are never alone. We are never home. We are never a home. We're always at home. We're always at home. And so again, I'm feeling guided to say, not judgment, discernment, right? And we can discern what is right and good for us in our life. And oftentimes, some of the things we're being asked to release and let go of are those situations, those people, those places, those things that aren't right and good for us. So why is it that we hold on? Well, because we don't like change, right? And we feel like, oh my gosh, if I let this go, what's going to take its place? Well, something wonderful is going to take its place. That's for sure. Thank you. So this is about showing up and meditating, because this is what's going to expand our awareness, right? Expand our perspective, help us to see things from a different perspective. I'm so excited, and I'm really looking forward. It's my weekend now. It's Saturday in my world now, and I'm really just looking forward. It's a cool day here, cool for an August day, but the sun is shining, and I'm just really looking forward to being in nature and feeling the breeze and just really sitting in a place of appreciation. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful for all the gifts from spirit that are in my life. I'm so grateful for all of you who are here with me live and those who view the replay. I can't express, I could cry. I'm not going to cry. And if I did cry, it would be happy tears. I'm not going to do that today, although my eyes do feel like they want to leak. Just so grateful for the gifts that are here for us. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I may go sit by the shores of Lake Ontario this weekend. I haven't been down there for so long, but anyways, I think I'll head down there today to mine and Frank's tree, our happy little place, and just spend some time there in appreciation for all that is, and really an appreciation for the ability to be having this human experience that allows us to awaken from the dream of separation, the dream that we are not connected. Everybody, we're all so connected. It's so beautiful. The affirmation on this card is, I am a woman choosing the power of my own consciousness as a vehicle for my growth. Let's affirm that again, ladies. I am a woman choosing the power of my own consciousness for a vehicle of my growth. I am a woman choosing my own power, choosing the power of my own consciousness as the vehicle for my growth. And just, if you're a man, crying is great. And if you're a man, just substitute I am a man. Crying is great. In 2024, 2018, 2019, I cried so much I didn't know that there were still tears left in me. 2024 has been another one of those years where there's been a lot of crying, and I honestly didn't realize that I had been carrying around so much grief. We get comfortable with what we carry, right? We get comfortable, I guess, with the burdens. And I can tell you, yesterday, after receiving the phone call that the space was ours, 888-121, it was like an immediate release. It was like a weight had been lifted, and we had been gifted the perfect space. I mean, it was the most perfect space from the moment that we looked at it. It was, actually, my son didn't look at it. He saw the outside of the building. He hasn't seen the unit yet. But crying is so good. And Milos, you weren't here with us at the time, but it was back in March, just after the Pisces full moon. And, some things had been revealed to me that were very devastating. And when I remember, like, just as I was trying to process all the nonsense, the absolute deception, actually, I was out walking the dog late one night after work. It was probably 11:30 or so. And we were just walking, and all of a sudden I just started sobbing. And the human Lisa, right? Like, worried people might see, I'm like, I tried to hold it back, and I heard as clear as a bell, no, child, let it all out. And so I walked around my hometown for the next hour, like sobbing, like, like loud sobbing, snot flying out of my nose, the dog wondering what the heck is going on. And I can tell you, by the time I got home, I felt amazing. I slept like a baby. I got up the next day, had another big cry, and it was beautiful. Our tears are healing. It's like the cleansing waters of life, right? And we often hold ourselves back from allowing ourselves to release and express our emotions, like we feel like we're going to be taken over by them. And what I can say is that the more we hold back, the more important it is for us to release it. And this moon is really encouraging that release. So if you have been holding yourself back from feeling what is within your experience for you to feel, I encourage you, sweet child of light, let it all out. You were born for flights of delight. You were not born to live in the closet, under a rock, under a bed, in the shed, in fear and fright. It's time to let that go. It's time for you to show up for yourself as you had hoped perhaps the adults in your life would have shown up for you, at an earlier stage of your development. That time is gone, never to be. It's like sand through the hourglass, right? These are the days of our lives. But it's like sand through our fingers, right? It's gone. It's gone. So show up for yourself. Be the adult that the child within you needs. Loving, supportive, encouraging. And let the child within you feel all it needs to feel and release. This is how we heal. This is how we overcome what has taken place within our experience. Yeah. You are so worthy. We are so worthy. And where in our body is the home of self-worth? Between the hips. It is between the hips. This is where we store This is one of the emotional centers of our body. It's the element there in the sacral chakra is water. And this is where women and children have been wounded through the root and sacral chakra generationally. And this is how we heal. And we heal through honoring the emotions that we feel within that space, whether it's through writing, and writing it down and letting it all out. And this is how we begin to allow our creative juices to flow again, because this is a really creative energy center in our bodies. And yet for many, it's blocked up with, heavy baggage, the emotions of the past. And, this is the home of self-worth. And yes, all of us here are so worthy and deserving of the very best things that this life has to offer. And we're highly creative. And unfortunate for us is that we were born in a time that individuality, uniqueness, creativity, all that stuff really wasn't nurtured and encouraged. And so we are the ones, by our courage, who are clearing this old archaic pattern that doesn't really work for the children of light. And we are moving into a more, because the sacral chakra is also very nurturing, right? A mothering energy. So as we show up for ourselves, we begin to see that we are so worthy. And perhaps, throughout our life, while we were feeling unworthy, we perpetuated that by our actions, right? By our sex conduct, by our, emotional, yeah. Yeah, be who you are, right? We are all born shining stars, and it's like we're really about trusting our heart. And so, and again, it comes back to that path of forgiveness, right? Because a lot of times from a wounded place, we acted out. We acted from the wound. And so, perhaps we were promiscuous, perhaps we were frigid, two ends of the spectrum, two opposite ends of the spectrum. And yet the reality is that you are divine perfection. And the things that we've done, we must forgive ourselves for the things that we've done, so that we can forgive the things that was done for us. Yeah, our sacral chakra. And this is where within the root and sacral chakra, and many of the ladies that have been with me for a while will know, we focused on this back in 2012, 2013, clearing the energetic hooks from that space in our body. And in particular for women, although men do have these energetic hooks as well, women, it's because of the anatomy of the male and female and the way that they come together. Women, as women, because we are taking that in, it's often much more challenging for us to clear those hooks, and it takes a lot of work. And I've literally been shown like a fish hook within the lining of what do we want to say? The vagina? Can you say that on YouTube? Anyways, we're not going to get too much into that. That's probably for a private video. But yes, literally there, I was shown hooks in this space, and it required for women some internal massage to break down and clear those energetic hooks. And we can work with Archangel Michael to do that as well, and Raphael. And so as we go out into this beautiful day today, we are encouraged to expand our awareness, and we expand our awareness. And Milos, thank you for confirming. I just have to say, thank you for confirming for me today that you are a man. I really appreciate that, because I did feel like you were a man, but I wasn't sure. And you're so engaged. I'm like, it's like, just thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much for showing up here. The divine masculine is indeed rising, and it's through folks like you who show up time on after time, day after day, and are engaged, that give the divine feminine that is on the rise such hope. And I, honestly, the divinity in me, um, well, that's beautiful, and that really speaks to, um, no buts about it. It really speaks to, there goes Luna, I think. It really speaks to, sometimes we don't see, as women, we don't see that the men are rising as well, and they are. And it's really important that we acknowledge that. And so, Milos, you are such a beautiful addition to this community, this growing family. And I want to just let you know, I'm so grateful for your presence here every day. I'm really happy that you found this space, because you do enhance this space. So from my heart to yours, thank you so, so much. So I could cry again. I'm gonna cry. You know what? I think I'm gonna maybe have a cry down at the lake today, because clearly my eyes want to leak. And and again, it's not about sadness. It's really, I feel such joy and gratitude right now, and I feel very excited. Especially on the lead up to the day that Frank and I were born. I feel so excited for everything that is just like falling into place, and I'm really being guided. I just heard it's because you deserve it and you are worthy. So as much as, these worth and deservability is something that we all have struggled with, right? And perhaps even still, we're still unsure, like yesterday, I have to say, I was a little discouraged, sort of, but I was still doing what I needed to do, looking at places, because I'm like, like, as much as I thought that place was ours, I haven't heard anything, so it's probably not. So it's best that I keep going. And this, this is what God wants us to do: keep going. We're not to give up, because if something doesn't work out, it's protection, really. It's not meant to be. Anything that is meant to be will work itself out for us. And so it's about having faith. So let's just read what this card says. I am opening my consciousness to my true self. I choose to be here to grow, to free myself. Remember this beauty from yesterday? Sovereignty, freedom. I choose to free myself from conflict and to that's all, folks. And to discover who I really am. I let go of the world of illusion and the limitation that the material world imposes on me in order to elevate my being toward the eternal light. My ear is ringing like crazy. I seek to improve myself as I explore the wonderful being that I am. Screenshot that, everyone. Read that all day long. This is beautiful. So beautiful. Screenshot it, read it, believe it, allow it to sink into your experience. Allow yourself to feel the truth of those words. And so today it just feels like, we're still in this full moon energy. We're clearing. We're really resting as well. There does feel this need to rest and relax. And, if you live alone, or, even if you don't, now that my son is out of town working for a week or so, the best thing about it is unplugging the Wi-Fi at night, the router, because I sleep like a baby. I know people think it's crazy when I say that. It's true. Give it a try. And especially if you're someone who has trouble sleeping, don't take your phone, don't take any of your technology into your bedroom. Technologies, televisions, this kind of stuff don't belong in bedrooms. That's my opinion. I've never had one in my bedroom, and I don't like my phone in my bedroom. And yes, it will disturb the crown, and we're bombarded by microwaves, cellular radiation, Wi-Fi, blah, 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 blah. I mean, there's so many towers around here. It's ridiculous. And it interferes with our own energetics, really. And perhaps maybe that's a part of the intention, right? Because it doesn't just affect the crown, it affects everything from the crown on down. So give it a try. I encourage you to try it. Unplug your router at night and leave your phone outside of your bedroom. And I'm telling you, you will sleep like a baby. I slept like a baby, and so did the animals. We were all like, oh, this is so good, So give it a try and see if perhaps, the dreams become more clear. The vision becomes more clear. You feel more rested when you wake up. It will absolutely help. So if you're still here at this stage of the game, hit that thumbs up. I appreciate your presence. Milos, Dawn, your names are going in. I'm going to write them right now. Your names are going for the whole building. You don't have your own. That's interesting. Shungite, Dawn, Shungite. Working with Shungite, Will, and I would put the Shungite in your bedroom in particular where you're sleeping, and maybe under your pillow or at your feet. Do I have any Shungite around here? Let me just see. I don't. Let me see. I don't, but I think you know what Shungite is. Let's see if it's in my crystal bag. Maybe I'll pull a crystal out for us. You have Shungite shower gel? Oh my gosh, Serbia's got all the good stuff. Shungite shower gel, iodine salt. Although I was thinking about that, Milos, is if the salt is ionized, that's not good. What is it? Ionized. I was thinking about that the other day because we have that here. So if the salt is ionized, that's not the kind of salt we want. We want Celtic or Himalayan salt. And I guess we could add iodine to it. But the ionized salt is like the garbage salt that they sell at the grocery stores. We've got that here too. I was thinking about that after you mentioned that the other day. Okay, here's some. Is that Shungite? Shungite's black. So if you don't have Shungite, Dawn, I would encourage like obsidian, black obsidian, any of the black stones. Okay, that's good. Because we can add iodine to our salt here too. Which, I mean, it's nice that you have it already done, but here in North America, they're trying to kill us over here. Yeah, we're on to them, though. We're on to them, at least those of us that are here. So Milos and Dawn, your names have gone into the free reading giveaway. Everyone, if you, it's hard. You want to make sure. Dawn, I'll send you, because your next month reading is coming up. So I'll send you some information. I'll show you some Shungite, and I will send you a link as where you can get authentic, genuine Shungite, because, like everything else in the world, there's so much fakes. So for all those who subscribe to this channel, please do take a moment to subscribe if you resonate with anything here. Next draw will be on August the 29th, Thursday, August 29th. So less than 2 weeks away for our next draw. Actually, way less than 2 weeks away, like 9 days away. So if you want your chance at that, please do make sure you subscribe and comment. If you're still here and you would like to work more personally with me, I do personal readings, intuitive healing sessions, and of course, we have our Moon membership container, which we're still waiting for that to grow in order to get that up and running again. So if you'd like to be a part of that, all the information can be found on my website, lisalyle.com. The link is in the description box below. I think that's it for today. If you would like me to go live either tonight or tomorrow night, if you're interested in an evening time live, please do let me know, and I will schedule to do one either tonight, Tuesday, or tomorrow, Wednesday, in and around, I think, sunset. So probably just around 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is currently 11:47 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if that's something that you would be interested in, we could make it like a question period. I can pull some cards for people. We can just chit chat and hang out in the evening. If that's something that you would be interested in, please do let me know. If there's enough interest, I will definitely do that. Because I'm feeling really guided to do it. So maybe I'll do it anyways. Yeah, I would like an evening hangout too. So with that being said, folks, I'm going to sign the lease of our new home. Yes, let's exchange. Yes, yes, yes. You know what? We'll do that either tonight or tomorrow. It just depends. I do believe I am having a friend come over. I'm just not sure when they're coming, what day. So we'll see how that goes. So thumbs up, comments. I'm off to sign my new lease for my new home, and I'm so excited. I thank you all so much for being here. Milos and Dawn, thanks for hanging out. The Divine Feminine is rising, supported by the Divine Masculine, and what a beautiful, beautiful world it is we are creating together. So until later, I see you, I feel you, I love you. Have a great day, and remember, you can and you are worth it. Worth it. No, full stop. You can and you're worth it. Until later, everyone, take good care.